every competitor must earn the right to be here. But there are a few individual athletes that have to try just a little harder and push just a little further than the rest. One of them is Nick Roumonada, a below-the-knee amputee who knows no limits.
I'm Nick Roumonada, and I'm a challenged athlete.
As a team member of the Challenged Athletes Foundation, Nick is an inspiring example of true resilience in the face of adversity. It's a lesson he learned early in his childhood years.
Well, it's sort of a long story, but I started out as a really young kid, grew up super active, meaning I was on a traveling soccer team at the age of 13. We traveled around the Bay Area. And I woke up one morning feeling awful, like super achy. My skin really felt like knives were in it in a sense, and it was a burning sensation as well. So that's actually a sign of what ended up being bacterial meningitis, which will swiftly kill you. Your body goes into septic shock, and basically your body is then just trying to preserve your organs. So your limbs are basically left to possibly die.
After spending weeks in the hospital undergoing multiple surgeries, the doctors were unable to save Nick's left leg.
So in 1992, at the age of 13, I had a below-the-knee amputation due to bacterial meningitis. And so that was a pretty devastating thing for a 13-year-old active kid to realize that, boy, does this mean I'm not going to be able to participate in the sports that I was, doing before this? Huge shock, huge challenge put in front of myself and my family at that point. The first couple months, year were very, very difficult, and I was pretty depressed, but I just continued to push through it, and I had good friends, good family backing me the whole way.
In the years that followed, Nick did his best to move forward, but it wasn't until he received a grant from the Challenged Athletes Foundation that his life would change forever.
At about the age of 30, I received a grant from the Challenged Athletes Foundation for a running prosthetic, which allowed me to then start running psychologically and physically. It's just such a transition. It was kind of like making me feel, all right, I'm okay. It just made me feel whole.
The simple act of being able to run again was enough to encourage Nick to pursue a lifestyle in sports, and in doing so, to explore his own personal limits.
I was just diving straight into this running thing, just sort of building up my mileage as I went. So I went from the 5K trying to get faster, doing a 10K trying to get faster, did my first half marathon about 6 months after I got my first running leg. A year after that, I did my first marathon, the New York City Marathon. And it was at that point I really started to set goals, for all the athletic endeavors that I wanted to do in the future.
Nick eventually made the transition from running to triathlon, where he would once again set the bar high, including successfully completing an Ironman triathlon.
Ever since then, it's just been, okay, what else can I do? What's the next thing? And XTERRA, to me, is my new challenge.
Nick was drawn to XTERRA not only for the challenge it represents, but for the off-road component of the sport.
XTERRA has always been there because as a kid I grew up mountain biking. I was never a road cyclist. The other great thing about XTERRA is that, much like life and my life, the way it's gone, is that it constantly throws new challenges at you that you don't see coming, but you somehow have to have the positive attitude and the go-get-it attitude that I'm going to finish this, and I'm going to finish with a smile, well, hopefully a smile, but I'm going to get this done. Yeah, I'm definitely hooked on XTERRA. Just like I said, it's a new challenge that you can't prepare for, and that's life.